Hello my loves, I wanted to create this quick video for you to accompany something new that's coming to my channel. I've been creating meditations and affirmations for a couple of years. Along the way, I've had many requests to create subliminals. Since then, I've been doing a lot of research and learning, number one, how beneficial good subliminals can be when done properly. And I've also been doing a lot of research into how to actually create them in the correct way so that they're going to be safe and effective. So I've created this little video for anyone who wants to see how I do it, have an explanation of what goes into the subliminals so that you can feel calm and confident about the subliminals that your subconscious mind is going to be listening to. So first of all, what is a subliminal? Subliminals are a form of sending messages to your brain, but to the subconscious part of your brain, not the conscious part of your brain. So your conscious brain can't hear it, but your subconscious mind can. Now, when it comes to manifestation, the subconscious mind plays the biggest part. 90 to 95% of our brain is subconscious. 90 to 95% of the decisions we make, the choices we make, the opportunities we go for, the people that we are attracted to and fall in love with and want to be in relationships with, the money that we allow ourselves to make, the success that we allow ourselves to have, 90 to 95% of that is controlled by the subconscious mind. So on a conscious level, you may be thinking, yeah, I deserve more money. But if on a subconscious level, there's a belief that maybe got programmed in the early years of our life that is the opposite to that, then the majority of the decisions that we make are still going to be directed by that subconscious programming, right? This is where I feel that providing my audience with a range of tools that are going to help you to reprogram your subconscious mind is obviously a really important part to supporting you in manifesting more of the things that you want with your life, right? So I'm going to show you now behind the scenes of how I'm creating these first ever subliminal tracks for you. So first of all, step one, you've of course got to have the right affirmations being spoken. That's like before we even look at any technology, frequencies, subliminal editing. If it's not the right message of words being spoken to your subconscious mind, you're off to a bad start, right? We want to make sure that the message that is being programmed into your subconscious mind is obviously a good one. If you're listening to a subliminal track, you want to make sure that it's one that you can trust, right? So I'm very careful with creating my affirmations. I make sure that no negative words are included in the affirmations. So for example, I saw that there was this one subliminal track about like how to stop having nightmares. And then it kept saying things like, I'm free from nightmares. I no longer have night terrors. And it's like, there's so much emphasis and focus going into the subconscious mind about nightmares and night terrors. It's like, that's not how the subconscious mind works. The subconscious mind needs to be told a story of happy and peaceful sleep, of good dreaming, if that's what you want, if that's what the subliminal is meant to be doing, right? So with any of the subliminals that I'm going to be creating moving forwards, there's going to be no focus on the negative words. If we're talking about money, you're never going to have me say an affirmation about being debt-free. We're not going to talk about debt. We're going to talk about money flowing in. We're going to be talking about having more than enough money. We're going to be talking about abundance, not lack. I think there's actually a lot of subliminals out there where what people do is they just turn the volume down on the affirmations, and that might do something. But from what I've read, actually, it's not just about turning the volume down on the affirmations. It's actually about changing the code of the recording so that it is being played back at a particular frequency. That is a proper subliminal. So this is my setup, okay? So we've got a microphone here, which I'm going to be speaking the affirmations into. And then here we have on the notes on my phone, I've written down these are the affirmations I'm going to be using for this lucky syndrome subliminal track. Everything is always working out for me. Okay. So everything is always working out for me. Okay, so you can currently hear them. which means that they're just currently normal frequency affirmations. They're not subliminal affirmations yet. So the cool thing you can do with Audacity, you select the file, you then go to Tools. I had to download a special code plugin thing for this. So if I go to this, then it opens up a pop-up. This is a piece of code that essentially changes the frequency of this audio file. The frequency we want it to be at is 17,500 hertz. When it's at that frequency, the conscious mind can't hear it, but the subconscious mind can. Okay, so now when it plays back, you can't hear it at all, but you can see that something's going on here. And something that I'm adding to my subliminals to make them even more effective is I'm very carefully choosing the music that is played on top of the subliminals. Again, just putting any kind of calm meditative music on, it's okay. It's not going to do anything bad, but it can be even more effective when you play music that helps your mind go into that Theta brainwave state, which is basically a deep meditative state, which is the time when your subconscious mind is most open to programming, most accessible, like the doors are opening on your subconscious mind so that you can actually get the information to go into it. So binaural beats you may have heard of before, bi being two, right? And aural being sound. Binaural beats are a perception of sound created by your brain. Check this out. If you listen to two tones, each at a different frequency and each in a different ear, your brain then creates an additional tone that you can hear to sort of connect them together, right? So this third tone is called a binaural beat. So you hear it at the frequency difference between the tones. So example, if you listen to one tone, let's say for example in your left ear, that's at 300 hertz, and the other one at 310 hertz, then the binaural beat you hear is the difference between the two, which is 10 hertz. Then if we scroll down, here are the different types of brain waves that your brain activity can be at. Scientists have discovered that as the brain is drifting off to sleep, or when you're in deep meditation, your brain enters the theta brain wave. And any of you who are into Neville Goddard teachings, Neville Goddard always talks about how it's so important to be intentional about what you focus on as you drift off to sleep. Why? Because when you drift off to sleep, your brain passes through these frequencies and goes through the theta brainwave on its way into deep sleep. That's a portal when your subconscious mind is opened up and is more susceptible to programming. So that's why it's kind of like Neville Goddard's life hack. So to get your brain into the theta pattern, you can listen to binaural beats. Frequency in your left ear and the frequency that's going into your right ear need to have a difference of 4 to 8 hertz. Then your brain will connect the two and hear a theta frequency, which will help your brain to go into a theta brain activity state, and then you're more susceptible to receiving the information. I'm literally creating this video for the people who want the explanation. Some people don't care about this, but I find it fascinating. So what did I do? Then I went and found music that does this. I have a subscription to Epidemic Sound, which is basically a platform that helps you to get high quality royalty-free music that you can use on YouTube and things like this without getting copyright issues, right? So I searched for binaural beats, I searched for theta brainwave, and here's an example of one that I found. It says theta drone, and then it says left ear 108 hertz, right ear 113 hertz. So the difference between the frequency that your left ear is hearing and the frequency that the right ear is hearing is 5 hertz, which if we take it back to this theta, you want it to be anywhere between 4 and 8 hertz. So 5 hertz would be perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to export the subliminal audio affirmation once I finish recording it as a 17,500 hertz frequency. And on top of it, I will have this music playing. So all you will hear is this. but the subliminals will be being played underneath it. So ideally it would be best to listen to the subliminals with headphones, so that your left and right ear are getting these two separate frequencies, so that it can get your brain into a theta state. So I hope you found this video useful, insightful, and that it gave you confidence in the subliminals, at least the subliminals that are on my channel, so that you know that they're legit and you can know the science behind how I made them. What I'll do is, in the description of this video, I'll put the link to a playlist, and every time I add new subliminals to my channel, they will appear in that playlist. So my recommendation is, if you'd like to, you can save that playlist to your liked playlists, to your favorite playlists, and then in the future you're just going to find more and more subliminals in there as I create more of them. So thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if it was useful, and I really hope my subliminals are helpful and really transformational for you. Lots of love.